Communication does not solve misogyny. Communication does not solve patriarchy. Communication only seeks to tire us, women.
If that's not some of the dumbest shit I ever heard, this woman really hates men. And the sad thing is, when I was going into the comments to even look at this video, if you would have saw how many women agreed with her, how many women was like, yes, queen, these men are holding us down.
April, I have to ask, when you see so many successful women working together, does it give you hope that the future is female?
No. It gives me hope, period, because you have to remember, women have been fighting for so long. And, in my job in Washington, as a White House correspondent, I've watched over 21 years and seen how women have tried to fight to get in to this male-dominated and even white male-dominated fraternity.
Yeah.
And it's really tough. And a lot of times when they're at the table discussing issues about women, women are not at the table.
Wow.
Right. And that's the crazy piece, especially when it deals with issues of healthcare and things of that nature. But I think back, Lonnie, to the late Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to run for president in 1972. She said, if you don't have a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. We got folding chairs.
What's going on, YouTube? Today we are back with another episode for you. This one is about the American woman and how they try to destroy the male image in the United States, as if we are not needed, as if it doesn't take the men not only to build, but maintain what you see and what you know. Man, it's crazy, because every time I turn on my phone, it's always another video popping up of I don't need a man and let's end the quote-unquote patriarchy, which is wild. Anyways, let's get on to the video.
Black. Can we finally talk about how a lot of Black girls and women will never have a classic dating experience? They will never have a date planned for them or a bouquet of roses waiting on them. Never. And we all know why, but I just want to know if we're ready to talk about why. Because if we really get into it, it's going to get very dark. And a lot of people, Black women are hypersexual, blah, blah, blah. If selling sex is the only way you can get the attention of your male counterparts, what should you then do? Are we ready to have this conversation? Are we ready? Because I have met plenty of Black women in their 30s who've never been on a real date, who've never received a bouquet of flowers, who've never gotten a gift from the men that they were allegedly dating. Are we ready for this conversation?
That's a really good question. Are you really ready for this conversation? Why is it that these women are standing to be in relationships with these men that give them absolutely nothing? Yet they would go 1, 2, 5, 10 years with being with this man and get absolutely nothing. But I can guarantee you, young lady, that is not most women's experience. Most women, I should say, with common sense. Why are you even sitting in a relationship that long? You, young lady, you seem like you have a straight vitriol towards men. And not all men, specifically Black men. Young lady, go divest. Go and see if those men that you feel are better than Black men want you. Come back and let the results speak for itself. And also carry all the women with you that say they want that too. They don't really care.
Here's one thing I need everybody to stop doing immediately. Stop telling women and girls that the solution to their relationship issues is more communication or better communication or more effective communication, when the solution to many of these relationship problems is for you to leave. Tell her to leave. And please tell me, since when has educating and talking it out with an oppressor made them stop oppressing you? Cough, cough. The foundations of this country that I'm in right now. We've been educating and being patient with our oppressors for how many years now? And they're still the way they are. Educating and communicating with your oppressor is only going to leave you worn out and drained. And because you are approaching this as a communication issue rather than their character or who they are on the inside issue, they can always just turn around and say, well, I need more education. We need to communicate more. I don't understand. I didn't get it. Communication does not solve misogyny. Communication does not solve patriarchy. Communication only seeks to tire us, women. What is telling a man who hates women that you need to be treated better? What is that going to do? You think he's going to treat you better, or you think you're just going to make him angrier and therefore treat you worse? Cough, cough. America.
If that's not some of the dumbest shit I ever heard, this woman really hates men. And the sad thing is, when I was going into the comments to even look at this video, if you would have saw how many women agreed with her, how many women was like, yes, queen, these men are holding us down. These men are holding us back from where we need to be. Well, hold on. I could have sworn you was the most educated, that black women own the most homes, that you're out here, just dominating every industry and field that you're in. You got a black woman vice president. You guys are Fortune 500 owners, and leave it up to every black woman on Kinja. Everyone makes 6 figures and above. How on earth is this woman talking about she's oppressed in America by this patriarchy? Make it make sense. You obviously have some strong hatred towards men, and you're recruiting a bunch of women to follow your bullshit. And it's sad. Fellas, pay attention to these type of women. Don't fall for the face. Don't fall for the soft voice. Don't make them feel as if you could be mesmerized and hypnotized just for them to take everything you have and leave you with nothing. Then complain about the patriarchy made them do it.
Let me give you some tea for those of you single women who really feel like you're missing out on something, and you wish you could go on date nights and have a man who treats you. Guess what? Those married women don't have that either. You would not believe how many women in relationships only go on dates because they're the one putting their cards down at the end of the date. Don't believe me? Go get you a little server job for a couple months and you'll see it. A lot of women are married to a man who won't even treat them to a chicken dinner.
For a single woman to speak on married people's dynamics is crazy. You have absolutely no idea when you see so many people in mass as a waitress what those families' financial situations are. It could good and well be that man sends his wife money. It could good well be they're on date night and the wife said, you've been paying our whole relationship. I got you. Out of every 10 couples you may see at a restaurant, that may happen. But the fact that you saw it maybe in a lifetime 5 or 6 times, for you, that's happening so much, and all these men are broke and these women are taking them out. When you listen to these type of women, you will stay single. Ladies, please, I'm begging you, if you do desire to be in a marriage, if you do desire one of these on your finger one day, stay away from women like this. Don't go on the internet and listen to them. I advise you to get them out of your algorithm and delete them, report them, and just get them out your life, period. This makes absolutely no sense.
And on the flip side, don't want a woman that's saying, I don't need you. Ooh, I make my own money, so what do I need you for?
But wait, can I ask you a question? What is the problem with I don't need you to function in my life, but I do desire you. I do love you. I do want you, but I do not need you to
Oh, SD, what's up, SD? So
you talking that up on the humble, okay, because that's not that's. And a lot of times I don't even fall in line with the traditional conversation, but like, that's not how that badge gets worn.
Okay, how does
that badge doesn't get worn as I don't need you, but I love you. It's I don't need you because you triggered something in me that validated what I thought about y'all all along.
It's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And often, literally, the gratitude for that is sorely lacking, especially among the people who should be most grateful. You see university professors, especially of the social justice bent, they take everything they have for granted, failing to understand entirely that there's a massive infrastructure of unbelievably hardworking, solidly laboring, working class men breaking themselves in half on a regular basis, making sure that everything that always breaks works.
It always kills me that the most comfortable people always has the most shit to say. Men, you are needed. You are valued. Here's the thing. Look at where this woman is sitting at when she's talking about you. She's sitting in her comfortable living room with a microphone, with AC, with a nicely made couch, a nice bed to sleep on every night, with a floor to walk on. It's not dirt. She's not in a tent. All of that built and maintained by you, men. So never, ever, ever listen to them when they tell you you're not valued. I didn't raise my son for him to grow up in this world and to feel devalued by the women that brought him here. This is the problem. We need to raise our daughters like they did of the women in the past to value men. We add so much, and it's not just men. Women add too. We just add separate things to this world of equal value. But when you devalue your men and you make them feel soft, what do you think happens to the dating market? What do you think happens when women are out there talking about they can't find a strong, well-do, put-together man? He don't feel like he's worth it because every time he turns on his phone, every time he looks at TV, the future is woman. Woman is God, the woman king. Everything takes away from what a man is to be a man. You got superhero movies where these superhero women are beating the crap out of men. Sometimes it's not even a superhero. It's a warrior beating the crap out of men. When in reality, we know what time it is. Fellas, stay on your purpose. The only time you will truly switch that dynamic between you and those other men that follow everything that women say is when you build yourself up in this lifetime. Fellas, keep going. Stay strong. I got you on this. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay in tune. I'll see y'all on the next one.